How's it going, YouTube? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It is actually a little cloudy, but very beautiful. It has been raining non-stop here, so I'm glad I could get out of the bike today. I didn't really know what to talk about today, so I figured I would journey back to a story that I brushed over in maybe my first video, second video, I don't know. But the story of how I got suspended in my senior year. A lot of people have suggested that I do story time, so I figured what better place to start than with kind of the story of how I got started. If you guys watched that video, the suspension is what led to me streaming, well, at least doing YouTube and all that. So anyways, the year was 2009, maybe 2008. Basically, I was dating this girl in my junior year of high school, and we saw each other for what I believe was an entire year, on and off, and just high school drama and BS. It was my first real relationship, the first person I was ever like properly with, so it meant a lot to me. When I was growing up, I had that firm belief of, you know, I'm gonna save myself for the person that I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life. I was a kid and I believed in fairy tales. We had a pretty decent relationship, aside from just, you know, just a lot of immaturity on both sides. So we ended up splitting up because there was a lot of overload with both of our lives, because it was high school. We had a lot of stuff going on, and we had plans for after high school. I was actually going to go in the military. That is wild. I can't imagine a world where I went into the military instead of where I'm at now. So we actually had a pretty amicable split. We told each other there was a lot of stress and a lot of drama in high school, and we should, you know, focus on school, and then after high school, then we would magically end up together. Sorry, I lost my footing. We would magically end up together again and live happily ever after. That did not happen, but the split was, you know, mutual and on decent terms. So after that, you know, we carried on. I'm into my senior year, and I was talking to one of my girl friends, and she was upset because she found out that her boyfriend had cheated on her. And, you know, I'm consoling her and trying to figure out what's wrong, what happened, and all this. And come to find out, her boyfriend cheated on her with my ex while we were together. So naturally, my first time experiencing this, I was not very happy, and I acted very irresponsibly and immature. And I went to Facebook, which was popping at the time, and I wrote a very terrible note, like a full public note, about how much of an awful person she was, and how I never actually loved her, and she was, you know, a waste of space, and just really, really horrible stuff. And I know you're probably shaking your fist at me and, Gibson, how dare you? I was 16, 17, 16, and really immature. This is my first heartbreak with the person I plan on spending the rest of my life with, and I did not hand it well at all. And within this message, I wish I could beat the shit out of my younger self. But anyways, so within this message, I had used a quote from The Office, which was, if I was in a room, I'm laughing because if you guys watch Office, you already know where this quote's going. If I was in a room with you, Hitler, and bin Laden, and I had a gun with 2 bullets, I would shoot you twice. That is what I said to this girl who I found out cheated on me. Mind you, this is a year later. Like, this has been lying dormant for a while. We were both enjoying our lives, and I just hit her with that. And I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. So anyways, I go into school the next day thinking that things are going to be fine, when our homerooms were right next to each other, and I'll be damned if she did not try to fight me. And I wish I was joking, but she just charged at me and started swinging. And you know, me being me, I didn't really know what to do. I've never had a girl try to fight me, so clearly just drop kicked her once and it was done deal. No, I grabbed her arm as she was trying to swing at me and held it down by her side until a teacher was able to come and like take her away. But that's kind of what got me in trouble. And let me be clear with you guys. I was completely in the wrong. Cheating is never the answer, but responding the way that I did is also never the answer. We'll get to that. So she tried to fight me, and we got taken out of the principal's office. She got suspended for, I think, 3 days. And I got suspended. I had in-school suspension that day. And the next day, she brought in a printout of the note that I wrote and put on Facebook. So she shows it to the principal. This is why I tried to fight him. And naturally, it was pretty horrible, man. I was a stupid, I'm not justifying it. I was an idiot. And I got suspended for I think a week and a half or 2 weeks because the line, if I was in a room with you, Hitler, and bin Laden, and I had a gun with 2 bullets, I would shoot you twice, came off as threatening. So she got 3 days and I got 2 weeks. You know, it is what it is. If it hadn't happened, then I wouldn't be where I'm at now. It's not, the moral of the story is not to go write a horrible Facebook note about your ex, but that is what happened, and that's how we got here now. So fast forward a year or two, as I'm out of high school and trying to mature a little bit, still very young, like 18, 19 years old, she popped into my mind, and I reached out to her. I was like, hey, I know it's been a while, can we talk? And, she was open for it, and I just kind of reflected on the whole thing, and I apologized for the horrible things that I said to her. It didn't take anything away, but, I wanted her to know that I knew that I was wrong and I was apologizing. So I did that, and then she told me about how that message that I wrote for her, like, absolutely destroyed her. And it made me feel horrible. It was a horrible thing to do, and I wish I could take it back. But she told me how much all my words stuck with her, and how she had to start going to therapy because of it, and all this stuff. And I just felt sick to my stomach that I did that. And the entire reason that I did that, and this is where we get to the preachy part of the video, so if you guys don't care to hear me yap, feel free to turn it off. I realized that the reason that I said all those things is because I cared about her. It was someone that I was in love with, and I was hurt by them, and that is why I was affected. That's why I acted the way that I did. And once I talked to her about it and saw how much I did hurt her, it hurt me because, again, I cared about her. So from that point on, I started doing things a little bit differently. I realized that if you're reacting, if you're angry, if you're upset about something that someone does to you or says to you, it's because their words have value to you. Their feelings have value to you. If you don't give a shit, then what does it matter what some random person says? If it is affecting you, it's because you care. And I realized that if that's the case, why would you ever want to intentionally hurt someone that you care about? So from that point on, I kind of decided that I don't want to do that anymore. I don't ever want to intentionally hurt someone that I care about. That's just a miserable thing to do. So anyways, I realized from that point on that I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to intentionally hurt someone that I care about. And I have tried since then to uphold that. It's definitely not been perfect. I have made a lot of mistakes, and it's hard to not react. It's hard to be hurt by someone and not, instantly try to retaliate. But I'm learning, especially with therapy, how to just take a second to think and to breathe and try to rationalize why I'm feeling the way that I am. And if it's care, if I'm hurt or angry because of care, then I don't want to hurt the person that I care about. I still have a lot more growing up to do, but I'm definitely making a lot of progress on not being such a reactive person. Again, you know, I was a really stupid kid, and there's a lot of things that I did that I wish I could take back. And if you guys are disappointed in me, that is very valid, and I deserve the disappointment. I'm disappointed in my younger self, but there's nothing I can do about the past. All I can do is try to be a better person moving forward, and I hope that this story and this rambling and this preaching about all this random stuff helps you guys, even in the slightest, makes you guys think of things with a different perspective. If it wasn't for that situation, I would not be where I am, and I feel like one of the best ways to grow and change as a person is to make mistakes. Again, not justifying or warranting doing horrible stuff to people, but it definitely changed a lot for me. So I think that is it for now. I'm gonna keep on riding. I might be a little bit lost, but I'm gonna keep on driving around. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me yap for a little bit. If you guys have more topics and things that you guys want me to talk about in future MotoVlogs, then please let me know. Sorry for this lawnmower right next to me. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay on the dark side.